I'm Claudia Catania, and you're listening to Playing on Air. Coming up is Open Arms by Alexandra Gersten-Vassilaros, directed by John Rando. A, the wife, is played by Julie White. B, the husband, is played by Bill Irwin. It is morning. B is at the kitchen table in his pajamas reading. A joins him at the table.
Morning. I said morning.
I got it.
Got what?
I'm fine, thanks.
Hadn't actually asked, but I'm glad you're fine. You slept well?
Uh-huh.
I didn't sleep well at all.
Looking forward to dinner with the gang tonight?
Whoa. Well, actually, I wanted to mention something about tonight. I think that's one of the things that's been keeping me up, frankly.
I just want to finish this piece about the Middle East.
Oh, all the hostilities there.
Mm-hmm.
Etc.
Yeah.
Is that your new kibble?
Kindle. It's Kindle.
Did you taste the coffee?
What?
The coffee. Thought I'd get really creative and try something different for a change. You should try it.
I did.
It's imported from the high plains of Peru.
Plains are generally low-lying, aren't they?
Are they? Could you please put down your kibble?
Kindle.
And look at me? I have something disturbing I have to tell you.
Yeah, is it more disturbing than this little charming exchange? Because why go any farther? Do I share everything that's disturbing with you? I got the bill from American Express yesterday. Oh. That disturbed me. Mm-hmm. And I noticed a new dent on the left front fender of the Toyota.
I forgot to mention that.
Also disturbing, Jenny. But you don't hear me interrupting the start of a perfectly nice Saturday morning to bring it up, do you? I mean, you see me sitting here reading, don't you? Trying to catch up with the calamities of the world, yes, but even the comfort of a cup of coffee, that disturbs me because you switched brands. You switched from the brand I happen to like a lot to some ridiculous blend from Peru. But I do not say anything about it.
You're saying something now.
Well, yeah, the point is, I don't want a lot. I don't need a lot. But I would like to be able to say, without fear of recrimination, that I'd like to finish reading the morning paper.
It's not a paper, it's a Kindle.
It is a Kindle, yes. And then I'd like to go to Costco for the weekly shop. I'd like to come home. I'd like to nap. I'd like to shower and dress for dinner with our close friends. I don't know. Is that so bad to want that? I know. I know that the couples counselor said I can't have what I want on the weekends.
He never said that.
Because I have to pay more attention to our relationship. And I paid $350 a session to hear that, but never mind. That's couples therapy. That's the only place where the phrase talk is cheap actually never applies.
I don't want to argue about this.
Well, guess what? It's all doable if I just get to finish this article about
world calamities. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Today is my birthday. How about that for a calamity?
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I forgot.
That's why we're all going to dinner in the first place.
Oh, jeez.
It's an occasion for celebration, apparently.
Happy birthday. I should have said that first thing.
Nobody knows how old I am, Bill.
What?
Nobody in our group knows my real age.
Why, have you been fibbing about it?
Not fibbing, lying. Oh. A lot of lying. So at dinner tonight, I wonder if we could celebrate my birthday without mentioning the actual number.
The number of what?
Years. The number of years that evidently describes how old I am. Because each of the 6 friends attending tonight think that I'm somewhere between 42 and 48.
42 to 48 is kind of a big spread.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh, well, how do you remember what age you've admitted to who?
I don't. It's totally scattershot.
Doesn't that worry you?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'll have to throw down the gauntlet tonight and admit that I've basically lied to everyone there. I mean, friends from college, they all know my age because mostly we're the same age. But I'm hardly friends with them anymore. It's the ones coming tonight, our newer friends.
Newer, meaning?
The last 20 years.
Oh, our old new friends.
Our gang, our group. They're the ones that I've lied to the most. The fact is, I am the oldest female in the pack.
Oh, my God. You make it sound like you're the last of a vanishing species. Besides, I mean, it sort of follows, doesn't it, that since we had a Jenny's turning 40 party, they would figure out that 10 years later, Jenny is turning 50.
No, they wouldn't. Nobody remembers the year someone else turned 40. They're too busy thinking about when they turned 40.
Michelle will remember.
I told Michelle I was turning 48.
You're clinging to 2 years with one of your closest friends?
I know. I was clinging to 2 years with Michelle because she's 48, so I thought it would be nice to be 48 together. But with Karen, for instance, I think I said 46.
Why? Is Karen 46?
No, she's 45.
Wait, I'm confused.
So am I, and I don't have a clue what I told Marie and Bob.
You should have written it down. How old is Marie?
Young.
How young?
42.
Oh, my God, that is young. You didn't tell Marie you were 42, did you?
I might have. Oh. I remember telling someone I was 42.
Maybe you told her you were 42 when you were actually 42.
I wasn't 42 when I was 42. I was never any age when I was actually that age. Not since I turned 41, anyway.
That's nutty.
It's not nutty. I just haven't advanced in age in a linear way, that's all.
But aging is a linear experience.
Not for me.
Well, clearly.
I admit it is a little extreme, but...
Scary, actually.
Not as scary as admitting the truth out loud. That's scary.
If you were almost able to believe you were 48, or worse, 42... who's to say you wouldn't choose to regress even further?
Believe me, I've thought about that.
Oh.
I mean, next year I might decide to tell people I'm 34. Or 29. Why not?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And the year after that, 22. Maybe when I'm 55, I could pretend to be entering puberty. Just growing breasts. Awakening to all the possibilities that life has to offer.
Jenny.
The thing is, none of this really bothered me until I got this. It came yesterday, one day early.
Your ARP card. You got your ARP card.
Don't say it like that. ARP. ARP. It sounds like bark of a seal or a mute dog. ARP.
Welcome to the club.
Whose job is it to send these out anyway? I mean, they've got to know that whoever gets this in the mail is going to be pretty freaked out, to say the least.
Not if they're happy they made it to 50. I mean, it's certainly better than not making it to 50.
It really upset me. All the threads are suddenly showing.
What do you mean, threads?
I'm basically hanging by a thread. Some people say it's a golden thread, that God controls, who the hell knows. But whatever it is, it feels at 50, it feels much thinner than whatever I was hanging from before.
I do not understand what...
At 20, the thread felt more like rope, like a rope that you might anchor a boat with, a big ferry boat or something. And at 30, it felt thick enough to support, a rowboat, at least. At 40, it felt more like twine, not thick enough to anchor anything with certainty, but thick enough to wrap around a package or a stack of phone books. Well, there aren't phone books anymore, but now, at 50, my God, it suddenly feels like I'm hanging by a teeny tiny thread.
Have you eaten anything this morning?
No.
Look, you've had kids, both in great colleges, a decent career, no major health problems, no disasters, and most importantly, you have me. I mean, you're just coming out of the shadows, that's all. How bad could that be, Jenny?
Could be dangerous.
You need a project.
A project?
Paint the bedroom. Take a class.
A class, really? You think a class would do the trick?
Yeah, well, that's the first thing that came to mind. A class. Something new.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking of something that could be kind of refreshing, actually, in the way that fresh air is refreshing. Arms open, deep breaths.
Ah, you're thinking of running again. The marathon is coming up. You could train for that. You could, Jenny.
Running is a good idea, I guess.
Good. We'll get you some new running shoes at Costco to mark the occasion. Or we could go to Miracle Mile and pick up a pair. Good. Good. That is solved. Running. Running it is.
Running it is. Running away.
What?
Yeah, running away. Finally. I've been dreaming of running away for many years now.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I'm 50. I'm 50 years old today.
I have no clue what you are saying.
It's too late for me not to be 50 out loud. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure I want to know.
Yeah, we've both been pretty good at that, haven't we?
Well, like most couples, we've been pretending a little bit. Yeah.
Pretending a little for a long time. I'd kind of like to cancel tonight, if that's okay with you.
Well, I suppose I could send out an email. Might be sort of shocking to tell all of our friends that you're 50 and that we're thinking of... Are we separating? Really?
Yeah.
God. It's hard to imagine not working at the relationship anymore.
I think we might find it a relief, don't you? No more arguing, no more resuscitations.
What, no more couples therapy?
Think of the money we'll save.
Well, that's true, but there will be a lot of details to work out here.
Not that many.
The kids. We'll have to get the kids together and tell them.
They're hardly kids.
Well, it won't be fun, though. It'll surprise them.
I don't think so, honey.
This feels odd. This feels almost unnatural.
It does. It does feel odd. But right, I think.
Well, I part ways with you there. And here I was so concerned about the Middle East. Well, happy birthday, then.
Thanks.
You just heard Open Arms by Alexandra Gersten-Vassilaros, directed by John Rando, with Julie White as A, the wife, and Bill Irwin as B, the husband. Alexandra Gersten-Vassilaros, the author of Open Arms, is here to talk with Playing on Air about her play, and we're joined by 3 Tony Award winners at the table: Julie White for Best Actress in The Little Dog Laughed, Bill Irwin for Best Actor in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and John Rando, director of Urinetown. So, group, what's your thought process when you look at a script and decide to do it? In the case of Playing on Air, we know it's not the gobs of money, so what are the personal considerations you apply to the decision? Shall we start with Bill?
Let's start with Julie.
Well, for me, it was Alexandra's, just the mere mention of her name and then the mere mention of Bill Irwin's name. And I would have come and read, Goodnight Moon with those two. And I didn't realize I got Rando too. The sadness is that we've completed the gig in just a few short hours. Yes. I would like to come to rehearsal every day with this group.
I'll hold you to it.
Ditto. And when you look at a script, it speaks to you even as you're going along. Sometimes you don't even get it yet. I'm quite sure what's happening here, but you do get a sense of, that line impels this line, and I get an excitement out of that. I don't even know what's happening yet, but I get a certain excitement. Sometimes you get that from a script, sometimes you don't.
Alex, has this play ever been produced?
No, this is the first time I get to hear it read so gloriously out loud.
So this is a world premiere production. Ooh, let there be many. In the play, the husband and wife referred to each other as Bill and Jenny, but in the cast of characters in your script, they're referred to as A, the wife, B, the husband. What was your thought process there?
Oh, well, in writing, they seem sort of iconic in terms of the kinds of characters that might inhabit a very long relationship.
So it's A and B. All right, so in your play, A says, "It's too late for me not to be 50 out loud." Do you know what I mean? B doesn't want to know what she means. Can you talk, all of you, a little bit about that moment, Alex?
Why choose me to talk about it? I have no idea what turning 50 could possibly be like, because I'm so not near there.
It's incredible for someone so young that you have so much insight.
It's wisdom
on this birthday.
I know.
So Julie,
Just turning 30 and she's got this right in
No, and I've really have been 41, and not for that many years. I've just managed to be 41 just for a few years.
Julie, when does one say out loud what age you are? Is it verboten in show business, or are people pretty open about that?
You know, this is something I kind of love about the internet. You can't lie anymore. So, it's like, so what? You just are the age you are. I'm 39. I am 50 this year. 50. So I've had this reading this, it was just so funny, that thing when that AARP card comes. Yikes.
But there is a serious life-altering decision made in this play, but the play is also a comedy, clearly. So, Alex, would you say finding the humor in situations is something that comes naturally to you?
First I suffer, then I laugh. Pretty much that's how it's reflected in my writing. Mm-hmm.
What's special about writing a short play, and for that matter, about acting in a short play and directing a short play?
For me, anyway, as a director, you have to just get right to the heart of what these characters need, and try to figure that out immediately. There's no breathing room. There's no time to spend developing character, and the best way to find it is through exactly what they need. Obviously, in this play, Jenny, she needs her freedom. She needs to live again, and B is doing everything he can to hold on to what he thinks is actually going to be the rest of his life. And I think what's great about this performance is that it's a real conversation. It's an actual conversation, painful as it is, and it comes out of the mundane, like the revolution happens usually over the kitchen table and a cup of coffee.
And also that idea of that if you come clean about something, like that little lie, those couple of years that she was shaving off with all those people, it sort of made her whole existence a bit of a lie. So it's like if you got honest about that small thing, then it was impossible to be dishonest about anything else.
Ooh, yeah, I hadn't even seen that entirely until right now.
You're still trying to read the paper.
I guess yeah. No, but what was grand about this experience is the compressed version of the whole process that usually it takes place over some weeks. Yeah. And so John just toughened us up. The first time we read it through, I thought, a couple of line flubs, but we were not so far off. But looking back, Julie and I realized, we were in a kind of a wistful, okay, I guess we're saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Then John and Alex toughened us up in the various takes. Not that there were that many, but so that it's an active fight to get what you want.
How scary is it as a writer to reveal what could be interpreted as personal, being about you?
Well, certainly being honest about where one is in one's life, is risky. But if you don't take that risk, you're really not, contributing as a writer, I don't think. It's great to hear all my fears, acted out. Fears, concerns, and also a lot of my friends are going through stuff like that. Not me, of course. And I feel for the humanity of the struggle that they're in, making this transition, as I am, into honest, older adulthood.
I like that you call them A and B, the universality of it. It's like when you're really young and like when you have a child, you always think that your child is maybe you're the only person who's ever had a child. Yeah. But the older that you get, the more you're like, we're just all right here. at the community pool waiting to jump off the diving board. We're just all in line behind each other. I mean,
take a number.
Yeah, it's all very similar. And I mean, while things might be a cliche of this woman saying, hey, I gotta make a change because I've still got life to live and I need to live it honestly. And do the whole play. Make a whole play.
I am going to make a whole play.
And add some musical numbers.
Some solos.
Character songs.
Every day's a gift, and it's been a gift to have you all here, really and truly. Alexandra Gersten-Vassilaros, the author of Open Arms, Julie White, Bill Irwin, and director John Rando. You've been listening to Playing on Air, great American short plays with great American actors. Original music by Tom Cochan. Recording and sound design by John Kilgore. Associate producer, Julia Wetherell. For more information about our artists and to listen to other short plays, check us out at playingonair.org and find us on Facebook and Twitter. For Playing on Air, I'm series producer and host, Claudia Catania.